It's amazing that people can't connect the tiniest little itty bitty dots for themselves and need people to think for them. Okay? We're talking about the war going on. Okay? See that little teeny tiny blue flag in the right hand corner at the top? We're going to say that these people who know this stuff are of that persuasion. Okay? So I am on a famous comedian's comment section and I see this. I am so shocked that these comedians are more mature, nuanced, and balanced than every other channel, including the actual news. And I've seen people saying they're smarter than the actual politicians, the government, these comedians. How do they know? These entertainers, how do they know? How does Jon Stewart and all these, how do they know what's going on? They're speaking the truth, right? Well, listen to this. Remember that little blue flag in the corner, okay? I said 99.9% of all comedians are of that persuasion. The blue flag persuasion. Comedy was created by them. Lenny Bruce, the first comedian. Yes, indeed. And this person replies, I can't think of a single person of that persuasion who's a comedian except for the one who crassly brought up Kobe's R case after his demise. And we'll get into that here in a second. So here's two lists that I compiled just off the top of my head of people who are of this persuasion and are admitted. You can look this up and verify it for yourself. Sarah Silverman, Jack Black, Adam Sandler, Jerry Seinfeld, Andrew Dice Clay, Louis Black, Seth Rogen, Joe Rogan, Billy Crystal, Brad Garrett, Gilbert Gottfried, Gary Gulman, Buddy Hackett, Jonah Hill, Jerry Lewis, John Lovitz, T.J. Miller, Dane Cook, Groucho Marx, Chico Marx, and all the rest of the Marx brothers. Seth Meyers from SNL, Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, Roseanne Barr, and actually, she's been the one who's been like on the edge of being a little bit crazy. Tom Arnold, Bert Kreischer, Johnny Knoxville. And actually, it would be easier and quicker to name the non-people of persuasion. And here's more. Ready? Big J. Okerson, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Tony Hinchcliffe, David Letterman, Jay Leno, Dave Attell, Greg Giraldo, Jeff Ross, David Spade, Dana Carvey, Mitch Hedberg, Stephen Wright, Joe Zimmerman, Fred Armisen, and here's a whole list that I put down there. These are the other ones that I named. There's another list I put on there that I copy and pasted from the internet, and I still haven't even brushed the surface. Pete Davidson, Robin Williams, Tim Robinson, Neil Brennan, Will Ferrell, Adam Ray, Adam Carolla, Adam Ferrara, Trevor Noah, who just came out saying he's quarter of you-know-who-ish, Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, Larry David, Rodney Dangerfield, Marty Feldman, Ben Stiller, and his dad, Jerry Stiller, Don Rickles, Bob Saget, Andy Samberg, can't get any more you-know-who-ish than that, Amy Schumer, Pauly Shore, Howard Stern, Rich Voss, Dov Davidoff, Patton Oswalt, Ellen DeGeneres, Pete Holmes, Zach Galifianakis, Mike Birbiglia, Dimitri Martin, Nick Swartz and Daniel Tosh, Nick Thune, Doug Benson, Russell Brand, Brian Posehn, Anthony Jeselnik, David Letterman, I think I said that earlier, Bill Maher, Chelsea Handler, Kathy Griffin, Bill Murray, Amy Poehler, Billy Eichner, Bob Hope, Dustin Diamond, Drew Carey, Kelsey Grammer, David Cross, Jeremiah Watkins, Jesse Jetski Johnson, Chris Porter, Sacha Baron Cohen, Josh Sneed, Kevin Pollak, Josh Wolf, Jacob Wolf, Ben Stein, Dave Smith, Noah Gardenswartz, Maya Rudolph, Benny Rubin, Nick Kroll, Nikki Glazer, Chelsea Peretti, Jim Carrey, Kevin Nealon, Rob Schneider, Evan Devine. It just goes on and on. I could do this all day, but you get the hint. So why do all these actors and comedians just happen to know more than the government and the news outlets are allowing? Is because they are the same persuasion of half of the battle that's going on in Israel right now, if that makes any sense. Wakey, 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 motherfucker.